We should have got him to sing the pitch. That's what we should have done.
Love's imperfect, everybody sucks.
I'm John Krasinski. I'm here with the cast of the Hollars, and you're watching The Hollywood Reporter.
Ready?
Yeah.
Go.
It's the story of a family called the Hollars.
John, do you want to add anything to that?
I think it is a...
Yeah, okay, go.
Good job. It's a really unique exploration of what family is, the complexities and how special family is, and how it's very difficult to navigate those things sometimes and join those things sometimes.
Since this movie does touch on sort of returning home, do any of you have an experience of going back home after being away that's sort of memorable to you?
I think returning home is always a memorable thing because there is this experience of revisiting who you used to be, and I think being confronted with an older version of yourself is a really intense thing, and I think also being confronted with an older version of what people think you are.
Yeah.
And I think you always try to be the child you were when you were there.
Right.
Which makes it very difficult. It's very vulnerable to be an adult around your family.
Mm.
I still act like a child around my brother.
I used to dust off the old onesie. Yeah.
I have that one too.
Do you?
Yeah.
So for the actors, what interested you about signing on to play a role in this movie?
Why did you
Why
say
did you do this?
Well, John contacted me about, this role that he thought would really be funny for me to play. I play Reverend Dan, who's kind of like the neighborhood nice guy that everybody kind of secretly thinks like, I don't know, there's got to be something wrong with that guy.
Which is what we think of you.
Yeah, which is exactly, it's
He's
just
just too
typecasting.
nice.
Basically, it's method. I want method for this role, but I'm learning all sorts of new Sundance buzzwords. I liked the idea of the script in terms of the fact that it really kind of expresses just how imperfect love can be, either romantically, family, that it's not a perfect puzzle piece. Even when it's most functional, it can still be dysfunctional.
Use that as our ski lift pitch.
That was
We should have
good.
chosen
A little longer
Groban.
than
Well, I knew I was the wrong one. The reason I did the movie is because John and I had done a commercial together.
My first job.
His first job.
remember
It was
that
for
story.
Marshalls.
Yeah.
And I'd been doing it a long time, and that's still where I was, Marshalls. And I don't think he had an agent.
Certainly not.
Certainly not. Well, you must have had a commercial agent.
No, I just showed up to an open call.
You're lying.
No, I did.
Oh, no!
Is this on YouTube?
That was in
see it?
college. And I showed up to an open call.
I said to him, I don't have any money, and I'm not a betting person, but if I had any, I would bet all of my money on you. So about how many years later?
A lot.
A lot. He calls me up and said, John Krasinski, do you remember me? I said, yeah. He said, you want to come do a movie with me? I said, okay!
Maybe you two can tell me what it's like to work with John as a director. How is he at that role?
I first worked with him on The Office. He directed me in The Office, and that was my first time. That was not an easy episode because we were in a boat most of the time, so we had to find all these kind of weird angles. And he comes from it from an acting side first, so to always be able to ask him about details, about different nuances that are really helpful for someone like myself who hasn't done a lot of acting.
I kept thinking I was waiting for him to just lose his mind because he started so calm. And I'm like, to direct and act in your own film is like, it's really gonna take a lot, And he started with just this absolute kind of complete calm, Yeah, okay, and then he'd do the scene, then he'd walk over to the monitor, and then he'd come and give a note. And I'm like, there's no way that he's gonna keep this up. Like by the end, he's just gonna be like pulling his hair out, like something's gonna, and he didn't. He just kept, maybe you kept it below the surface, I don't know. It was quite something.
Can we shut off the cameras? Let's have a moment here.
Man.
Group hug. Okay.
I totally have to do a ring
I'll
toss.
be back.
Showing again.
You're farther away than you need.
Oh, that's actually a good point.
Oh! All right, here we go.
It's very important that you get this thing.
Oh, boy.
God. Come on.
Follow through. Oh! Oh!
You're never gonna get it.
Who got the
It's
one?
addicting.
Ellen Page.
She's got the touch.
Hi, I'm Andrew Neal. I'm the director of GOAT. Please subscribe to more Hollywood Reporter videos. Thanks, Hollywood Reporter, for having me here.